Hey guys, Rebel Engine 95, recording live from Look Cannon Prison Cell, and yeah, I gotta talk a little quieter, the walls are sort of thin, other people here, yeah. Um, but this fight that I'm doing is actually, it's, it's good, depending on the it's a good fight in one version, and in the other. Okay, it's Renji from Bleach versus Zoro from One Piece. Now, a lot of One Piece fans are going to be yelling, one-sided. This is easily one-sided. Zoro could fight the entire freaking Soul Society with no effort. Shut up. Alright? You're getting to be like the Yu Yu Hakusho fanboys, alright? And just shut up for a while. Um, the problem with this, like, if it were pre-time skip Zoro and like, guard training, like, I guess if it were, like, Thousand Year Blood War arc, Renji, or maybe, like, actually, it would probably have to be pre-Thousand Year Blood War arc Renji, because, here's the thing, Zoro in the time skip hasn't really shown a lot. Like, he hasn't really done much. Like, compared to what he did before the time skip, he had, like, all these examples of how strong he was. Post-time skip Zoro doesn't really have much. We assume he's a lot stronger. We know he lost an eye. Or, well, actually, there's not really no proof that he did lose his eye. Because they never, like, bring it up. And, I just want to find out, I want to find out that he's just, like, screwing with everybody and he's perfectly capable of using that eye. Sort of like Kenpachi, where where he handicaps himself by keeping the eye patch on. Now, I know Kenpachi does that to not only screw up his depth perception, but to also eat massive amounts of his spirit energy. But, like, I just want to find out Zoro's like, yeah, you're not good enough for me to use one eye with. I'm just gonna keep one eye closed. Like, my ultimate technique. I can see better. I just want to find out Zoro screwing with everyone. Because if you lost an eye, you wouldn't just keep that eye closed the whole time. You would be capable of keeping your eye open, and we see, like, he keeps his eye closed when he's drinking and shit, so I don't think he might not have even lost it. But anyway, that's neither here. I've spent way too much time on that. Yet Zoro hasn't really shown a whole lot of achievements through, like, after the time skip. Through his training with Mihawk. He hasn't really shown all that much. He's fought people, but even in those fights, he didn't do much. Or at least nothing that he didn't already do before the time skip. I mean, Sanji can fly. Fucking Usopp can make giant plants and shit. Nami didn't really do much. Robin can make giant limbs. Luffy can turn his arms into fucking metal. I mean, yeah, right, Chopper can do mostly the same shit, but just permanently. Zoro hasn't really shown that he's improved that much. But the same thing goes for Renji, because, I mean, the new Bankai, we don't really know how powerful that is, the true Bankai. What's it, like, Oseo Zabimaru or something, I think it's pronounced? I don't know how it's pronounced, because, it's just manga. They haven't, like, put it into anime or anything, so there's no, like, I've never heard it said before. But just his true Bankai, where, like, the snake heads are his shoulder pads now, and it's sort of like Ivy's sword from Soul Calibur, in a way. Yeah, he hasn't really used that and shown off that much. Like, we don't know how powerful that thing is. And he had Royal Guard training that we don't know how powerful he's become from that. So, if this is pre-time skip, we can go ahead and say, this is a fight we can analyze. But post time skip and Thousand Year Blood War arc, it's really hard to. You can't really. You can't really break it down them. You can't break it down much further than if it were a pre time skip and pre Blood War arc. Um, I will, however, say. So I'm gonna basically what I'm saying is I'm gonna be using pre time skip, pre uh, Blood War arc, unless, and if somebody wants to, in if at any point somebody in the comments knows how powerful, like knows, can like give an example of, yeah, you guys in the comments give an example of what Zoro has done in the time skip, now. Like if he does anything like in the near future, just put that in the comments. Like, oh, Zoro did this. Like, I know he can cut ships in half and stuff now, but he could have done that before. And like Renji, if he shows off his Royal Guard training, somebody in the comments can go ahead and tell me. I'm not gonna update the video because I'm way too lazy for that. But yeah. So somebody just tell me if somebody just let me know if that, if these two have any like achievements that you can like in the time skip or the Thousand Year Blood War arc that are more impressive than beforehand. Because really, there's not a lot that they've done that I know of, at least. I've spent 7 minutes and not even talked about the fight. Holy shit. So here's my thoughts on how the fight would go. Neither of these two are so much stronger than the other that they wouldn't need to go all out in this fight. So we would see Zoro use all three swords, and we would see Renji use Bankai, and probably even true Bankai against Zoro. My question is, would Zoro be able to break Zabimaru? And my thoughts on that are, in Shikai, probably. He could probably break it in Shikai mode. In Bankai, I'm not sure, and in True Bankai, even less so. But Shikai mode, I'm guessing he could break it. Then again, he'd probably be scared though. It would surprise the hell out of him to see something like that, like a sword that extends and fucking wraps around people and shit. It doesn't really wrap around them, but it's like a whip, so you know what I mean. And fucking shoots giant hyper beams out of it. I mean, Zoro could, but then again, Zoro does have a distance game himself, but here's the thing, it's not too dissimilar from a Getsuga Tensho. Oh shit, what's it called? Yeah, the 36, 72, and 108 caliber Phoenixes. Phoenixes. Yeah. Like, those wouldn't really be too dissimilar from a Getsuga Tensho. Now, you can debate whether they're more or less powerful than a Getsuga Tensho. I'd say it's pretty obvious that they're less, because, Ichigo splits the fucking sky in half when he uses a Getsuga Tensho now. He, parts the clouds when he does that shit. Like, all of the clouds. So, I mean, it's not just a straight-up fight, and so Renji obviously has a better distance game, and plus the fact that he can use, Kido, and to a much lesser extent Seto. Wait, no, not Seto. Fuck, what's it called? The trapping one. He can use those to a much less extent because he's horrible at them. He's mentioned that he's horrible at them. So yeah, I'm gonna give this I'm gonna pretty much say I want to give it to Zoro, and not out of favoritism or anything, but just because like Renji could do a lot of stuff that would kick Zoro's ass, but Zoro has taken like more punishment than any other anime character I can ever mention. I mean, what the guy got like cut in half by Mihawk a couple weeks after getting stabbed through the fucking stomach like twice. Right? Then, while he's still recovering from getting almost cut in half, he gets impaled through the sternum by Arlong. Then that sickle guy fucking messes with him. Then that whole infamous, you know, take all of Luffy's pain and fatigue. That, yeah, that thing was sick. Zoro is good at surviving after being fucking wrecked. He's a beast, alright? So, I'm guessing that Zoro would take it because of that. But the other thing is that Renji can fly because he's a Soul Reaper, so... But Zoro... Actually, Zoro hasn't really fought with Sanji recently, has he? In the time skip. Again, he hasn't really done anything in the time skip, so whatever. So, I mean... I'm gonna give it to Zoro. I'm just saying. Anyway, you can argue with me in the comments, but this is Verbal Engine 95. See ya.